guys, it's Zeus here, and today we are at yet another haunt. This one is 13th Hour Haunted House in Wharton, New Jersey. It's kind of North Jersey, but I've been told by our resident haunt connoisseur Ken that this is a really good haunt.
This one's decent.
So
this one's fun.
I'm excited. We're gonna see just how good it is, but the entrance experience is pretty darn cool, I'm not gonna lie. Alrighty, it's just about time for us to go in. No filming in this one, which again, I wouldn't want to film in it anyways in case you guys decide to come. I don't want to ruin it. So, here we go. Alright, we just finished part 1 and part 2, but that's not over. We still have part 3 to go through. But Ken needs a break. Ken, I've never, ever seen you in the state you were in through that haunt. That was mind-blowing. Ken was cowering on the ground like this. He was absolutely terrified.
I told you I'm entertaining and I'm at a haunt.
And this is the first one that was scary enough to actually let me see that in full force.
Yeah, this one's really, really good.
It's intense. I don't want to give anything too much away, but there's a lot of.
I believe they did touch me.
Yeah, well, they can't guarantee anything, of course, but there were so many sensory effects that really just screwed with your mind. There was moving floors constantly. There were a ton of scare actors, a ton of animatronics. That was unbelievable. There's 2 levels on the first part. You have the first floor and then the second floor, and they're separated by a staircase. Then when you're done with that, you come out right here, and then you go to Haunt 3, which we're gonna do after Ken is rejuvenated a little bit. I know he's petrified. But this is the first haunt that actually got me to jump quite a few. I'm not usually very susceptible to these, but this one got me pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It was very good. It definitely raises your blood pressure, and oh man, I can't wait for part 3.
It's better when you're alone. This woman was coming in and she goes, "Why are you all wet?" And I said,
Alrighty, we just got out of Haunt 3, The Dark Side, and that could not be a more fitting name. Think Total Darkness or Blackout, or whatever you want to call it, that Great Adventure or Dorney or whatever parks have, just on a much, much scarier scale. I mean, there is stuff touching you constantly. You're getting tripped up by, I can't even explain it. Ken, you're better explaining this kind of thing than me.
this one actually, most of it's in your head.
It is.
Because you don't see anything, and the sounds and the textures on the walls and the things they have in there. I'm not going to give it anything away, but that one will make you sweat.
I'm sweating. And I never get like this during haunts. Dad, you were panicking because you can't see as it is.
I can't see as it is, and that was just like my worst nightmare, going through somewhere and you cannot see at all.
No, you can't see a single thing. I don't even know which one was my favorite. This one definitely got me the most, I guess, scared. I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't really say scared, but it definitely induced the most adrenaline, that's for sure.
I will say I did have fun screwing around with you in there.
Yeah, you screwed around me quite a bit. There's like dolls hanging and he's like throwing them at me. I'm like, who is that? What's touching me? But yeah, no, that was incredible. And the other two too, just fantastic. I mean, this complex as a whole, all 3 mazes are unbelievable. And there's a escape room and a few other things. Plus, of course, you know, food trucks to have food. But this is a really, really excellent haunt. I cannot recommend enough. Probably the best one I have done. Granted, I'm not the haunt connoisseur that Ken is. Ken, where would you put this in like a tentative rankings of the ones you've been to?
This is one of the top ones in Jersey. They do the props in there. It's like a movie set.
It is.
It's a movie set.
There are so many animatronics. The actors are really engaging. I mean, they really put their all in. I mean, if you can't tell enough from the entrance experience here, I mean, we got this school bus, all these animatronics everywhere, all these statues. It's mind-blowing just how much effort is put in. But 13th Hour Haunted House here in Wharton, New Jersey is the real deal. So my dad has insisted I show you guys exactly what Ken looked like in the mazes. That about sums it up with this guy here. And he's the haunt connoisseur, and he got the most afraid.
The doll with a knife coming at you, man.
You really think you're gonna get killed? Before this video ends out, I'm going to share with you guys a list of 10 really good haunted houses in the New Jersey, PA area that were recommended to me from Ken directly, and he's been doing this for a really long time, so I imagine he has some pretty good picks. First up, we have Reaper's Revenge, which is up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. You can see all the stuff they have here. I've heard a lot of really good things about this one. Next up, we have Halls of Horror, which is up in Palmerton, Pennsylvania. You can see, again, all the info here, the dates, some of the prices as well. Followed by Hotel of Horror, which is in Saylorsburg, Pennsylvania. Here's the information for that one. Then we have Field of Screams in Mountville, Pennsylvania. This is probably the one I've heard the most about other than Reaper's Revenge. Next up, we have Bennett's Curse, which is in Baltimore, Maryland. So a little bit further than the other ones if you're from PA or Jersey, but seems like it's a really good one. Next up, we have Markoff's Haunted Forest in Dickerson, Maryland. You see all the info here. And then we have Trail of Terror in Wallingford, Connecticut, so a little bit north. Then we have the only New Jersey one on the list, which is Night of Terror in Mullica Hill, New Jersey. You can see all the info here. Then we have the Frightland Haunted House, which is in Middletown, Delaware. And finally, we have Shocktoberfest, which is in Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania. So hopefully this gave you guys some good ideas for some haunts to hit. All right, that's it for our rainy time here at 13th Hour Haunted House. Absolutely incredible. I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you're into the haunt stuff. I highly recommend, say you only go to like Fright Fest or Haunt at Dorney and Great Adventure. Try to branch out and try out some of the more well-known haunted houses that are dedicated throughout I guess New Jersey, PA. PA has a lot of really good ones, but we did 2 in Jersey so far, and they're both great, Dad. How was 13th Hour?
Wow, this was really good. I knew we were in for something when I saw the size of this building when we pulled up, and it does not disappoint. The detail in there is just mind-blowing.
Ken?
I think this is probably my 3rd or 4th time here, and they change it up every year. You won't have the same experience if you've been here before. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites.
Absolutely. And then out of everything I've been to, which really isn't a very long list, this easily takes the case as my favorite. It's just an incredible maze, and here goes this guy again, breaking the guy apart. They even have all these sick animatronics outside before you even get in. It's just truly unbelievable. But with all that being said, that's going to do it for today's video from 13th Hour Haunted House. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.